All right. So this is episode 66 of Who the Heck Are We? So Who the Heck Are We is now part of the Globally Ballin Network. You could check out the Globally Ballin social media pages, Globally Ballin, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, also on YouTube. You go to their website for original articles, audio projects, and video projects. Other shows on the Globally Network, Globally Ballin Network is An Eternity of Basketball, Hang Time with Denise Inside, and of course yours truly, Who the Heck Are We? You could follow Who the Heck Are We on our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, and also TikTok at WTHAW Podcast. So check us out. You could also go to YouTube, click on the Globally Ballin YouTube channel and subscribe. So you could see all our episodes on that channel. Speaking of other channels, you could go check out Spotify. So if you're on the go, if you're you're inside your car and want to listen to our episode, you could check us out on Spotify anytime and anywhere. Speaking of that, if you want to know about volleyball, check out Hang Time with Denise Tensai. Her latest episode, I think, is with Kathy Bersola, but she has a new episode out. Denise has a new episode out, so check that out also on the Globally Ballin Network. And the last but not the least, An Eternity of Basketball. Check out and listen to the golden era of Philippine hoops with Noel Zarate, Charlie Cuna, and Sid Ventura, the Titos of Claro Manzano.
Tama.
And Who the Heck Are We is sponsored by Chops to Go, New Era, Hinulaban Farms, Georgie's Delight, Arfatella Milk Ice Cream, Cuts Apparel, and we actually do have a new sponsor with Aqua Flask Philippines. We'll be showing you their logo soon. But
ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding. We got glass. And Cuts Apparel, they not only do basketball shirts and soccer shirts, but they also do cycling gear. So check out their Instagram page at Cuts Apparel PH. So thank you. So my name is Claudia Perrine. This is Who the Heck Are We? And my host is back, Claro Manzano. I'm missing another host. We never ever had to be complete, not yet for a long time. We've been working a lot. Yes. So Claro, episode 66, we have ourselves youngsters,
pretty badass.
Pretty badass youngsters. They just arrived a month ago from a big competition where they very successfully won, Claro, and we're very proud to have them here. So,
I'm very excited. It's a sport I think that we get to learn about again.
Yes. So this is
time.
actually an episode that will teach us what kind of martial arts they do, no? Claro?
They will take us to school. So can I bring them in already?
Yes.
I can't wait. All right. Game.
Okay, so I could call Lord Gabriel del Rosario. Hello. Fier Afan. David Zaldarriaga. Am I saying correct? David Zaldarriaga? Okay. And Joaquin Marte. Please correct me if I do say your names incorrectly. No? So welcome to the show.
Welcome, guys.
Welcome. Okay.
Thank you.
So, you're welcome, David. All right.
Thank you for having us.
No worries. And Fier. There you go. So, Clara, we were asking off air who their team captain is. And they were all pointing out to one person. To your bottom, right? Caro. Yeah, that's
Joaquin
it.
Daw. Si Joaquin daw medyo hiya pa siya, but later ayun.
That's it there. See, even David saying it, right? So again, we'll go around each person, each grappler here. No? So Joaquin, let's start with you. How did you actually start, since you're apparently the so-called team captain?
Captain daw, yes.
Captain.
Ikaw muna.
How did you get to, tell us more about the martial arts that you do?
Just to set it clear, hindi talaga ako team captain. Didn't delegate anyone as specific. None of our coaches actually pinpointed someone as a team captain. So just to get that off the table.
Okay.
Hindi talaga ako
teammates mo pala makulit
You're trying to put everything. Anyway, so You'd like us to describe our sport? So
Yeah, you
grappling.
and
Yeah.
and how
Okay.
did you get into it? No.
Okay. So basically, grappling is, as the name implies, it's a grappling art. So you're not allowed to strike or punch, right? And it's under the UWW. So that's the International Federation for Wrestling and Grappling, right? The difference between people would say, it's just like jiu-jitsu, it's just like judo, it's just like wrestling, it's just like there's certain rules that it's only probably specific to grappling that makes it different from the other sports and grappling arts. So yeah.
And
Um,
how did you get into it?
Yeah. Why that specifically? Grappling mismo over all the other martial arts.
okay. The thing is, I actually didn't start with grappling. I transitioned over from taekwondo. Not necessarily transition, but I started off with taekwondo, and you know, taekwondo is more of stand up, more of kicking, and
Tama.
I just kind of got interested because there's more aspects to just striking, right? There's also yung ground fight, yung clinch, and everything like that, and I felt like that was something that grappling could give
Mhm.
me. So, I just decided to try it out, and after a few months or so, yeah, yung medyo naging
Nagustuhan mo
passion
na.
and hobby ko na din. So, yeah.
Why did you shift though? Was your dad or your tito doing it, or your brothers, or nakita mo lang siguro sa school or while going out?
Yeah. I, I've been doing taekwondo for over 10 years before I joined grappling or
Tagal
I
rin, ah.
started training
Yeah.
grappling. So, I don't know, I just found it interesting because parang normal na sa akin or parang nakasanayan ko na is just kicking, striking. So I just found it interesting. I found it, I don't know, that grappling is more of a whole body movement thing.
Mhm.
So you use your arms, you use your, even to a certain extent, head positioning, everything like that. It's just, you find your details, just got me. So yeah.
Mhm. Interesting. I'm learning.
Yeah.
Who's next up, Claudia?
Okay, let's try David.
Yeah,
David.
David.
Hi, David.
Yun.
Hi.
Yeah. So David's currently in Iloilo. That's right, David. So
Yeah, yes
ikaw
po.
naman, yeah. How did you start your journey into grappling?
I started, I think when I was 8, I started striking, boxing. Tapos, I did kickboxing, and then I did jiu-jitsu when I turned 9. And then, when we were like choose what we should do, I chose jiu-jitsu because, I don't know, I really like grappling, considering that if I'm boxing or like when I did striking, I usually go up with like big or like tall people. So I think that's the main reason why I didn't like doing striking. Because if you're here in the US, like most people enter the gym and then they're like adults na or teens. So when I did jiu-jitsu, I got comfortable with it because it's really a gentle art that even if you're small, tapos malaki yung kalaban mo, it's ano talaga. I really appreciated that, if you're small, you can still go up against big people.
Nice, nice. Was there that moment where you saw your elders or my idol ka? That's why you said, I want to go jiu-jitsu, and then eventually I want to go to grappling. Are there specific moments? Did you see anyone or your dad or anyone doing that?
Yeah, I saw my dad because before my dad became a coach, he was also a student, and that's why like when I watch him train, when I watch the training in grappling, I got like amazed and I got interested in doing it. That's why I don't know.
I'll stick with you, David. You mentioned something that's very interesting. So kahit maliit ka, not necessarily ikaw, but if even though you're a small fighter, you could still go above. You could still fight people that are mas matangkad sa'yo. No, is that really an advantage or disadvantage in that kind of martial art in grappling? Or there's certain moves that you have to do?
I think the only advantage in grappling if you're small is who has the
Pinapagalitan niya po.
Sorry.
Okay,
I think the only advantage in grappling is who has the most or who can execute the technique. Because once you get the technique in grappling, you can use it like really. If you keep on practicing it, keep on repeating it. The only advantage if you're small is if you have technique. If you're small, you usually go up against someone who's stronger than you. They have more force. And if you're small, like technique can beat what the power they have, how strong they are, as long as you have technique. That's what I found really interesting in grappling.
Interesting. So not very much on the side of physical, being very tall, just really how you execute. Okay. So I think we're done with David. Do we have anyone up next?
Yeah, fair. We could get you.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
What's the question again?
Sino nag-influence sa'yo? Tapos ba't ka nag
Why grappling?
Yeah.
Yes.
Grappling. Una kasi like my dad taught me Muay Thai when I was like 4. Tapos dun, nagka-interest ako sa mga contact sports gaya ng like striking and grappling. Tapos nang may nakita mom ko na gym, balak niya dapat pampapayat lang. Yun lang talaga, pampapayat lang. Alam niya Abby yun kasi like siya siya yung mga kauna-una kong teammates. Tapos yung simula nun, yung nakilala ko si Coach Lester. Doon na nagsimula na yung trip namin papuntang World Championship. Tapos yun. Siya, kumbaga si Coach Lester ba yung parang nag-influence sa akin para mag-grab.
Okay. And this is the gym that he went, that he was coaching?
Yeah. That's Abby's gym. Right in the video.
Okay. So kung nasa, mamaya, Lord Gabriel, mamaya we'll get the answer. Sir Claro?
Mm-hmm. Very nice, So, pampayat, tapos na-enjoy mo. Could you say that, Fear? Kaya tinuloy mo. I mean, like international competition ka.
Yun nga po kasi like everyday pwede ka mag-sparring. Di gaya ng ng striking. Pag nabugbog ka, kinabukasan bawal na. Grappling okay lang kasi wala naman like like less injury siya.
Given yung kwento ni David, I think more on technique and then what Fear said. So parang mas suave siya on the body. So pwede mo ituloy every day. So, Claude, you got something for Fear?
Yeah,
Inspired
mamaya.
na ako.
Balik ka mamaya.
Okay. Sige.
Okay. Kay Gabriel. Ayan. Kay Lord Gabriel.
Lord Gabe.
Lord Gabe.
Spotlight is yours.
Yeah.
Yes.
So ikaw. How did you get into grappling?
Okay. So first po is dahil po sa dad ko, si Lester de Rosario. So shout out sa kanya. Pero nandito lang siya sa tabi ko. Siya po talaga yung parang like 4 years old po ako. Marunong na po ako mag-striking. Niruan ko niya mag-striking like 4. Tapos nag-taekwondo. Tapos mga striking sports po like boxing, taekwondo, Muay Thai, mga strike sports po. And dati po kasi MMA po yung tinitrain namin. And like wala po pa kaming grappling. So YouTube lang kami. Like yung mga locks, mga chokes, puro YouTube lahat sa nakuha ng dad ko. And yung na-meet po ni dad yung si Chief Alvin Aguilar, parang na-inspired. Like, kasi po, my dad is, like, sobrang dami niyang inaral na martial arts. Black belt siya sa Kali, Arnis, and many karate. Like, so marami pong martial arts. But then, yung nakilala niya si Chief, may certain self-defense na pinagawa sa kanya. Tapos, ginawa niya lahat ng mga natutunan niya sa lahat ng martial arts na inaral niya pero walang gumana. And then, si Chief Alvin Aguilar, may pinakita siyang move na super simple na kahit kahit 3 years old or 1 year old kaya gawin. Tapos, yun, parang naisip niya na it's all about technique and proper technique. So, yun, dun nag-start. Tapos, then po, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, tapos, um, a little bit judo. So, nag-combine lang po yun kasi nag-combine lang po yun to grappling kasi grappling is like you hold someone pero may nagko-contain siya ng iba-ibang martial arts like judo, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, sambo, wrestling, mga grappling sports po na hindi ginagamitan ng striking. So, pag pinaghalo-halo niyo po silang lahat, magiging grappling siya. So, parang yung grappling is MMA ng mga grappling.
Gets.
Yung nga eh.
Gets. All together, yan ang parang yung platform mismo of all of those. But do you focus only on grappling or tinutuloy mo yung mga iba't ibang martial arts sa mga competition, mga ganun?
Tinutuloy ko pa rin po yung striking because mayroon pong mga tournaments and federation like International Mixed Martial Arts Federation and Philippine Mixed Martial Arts Federation which you can fight na MMA po and pwede siya sa mga kids, very safe siya for kids and juniors and cadets, and adults.
Nice.
Wow.
Are those yung mga medals, are they all yours or yours and your dad's or yung buong team? Sa likod.
Yung meron din pong naglalagay dito ng mga ka-team namin pero mostly po sa amin ng isa ko pang brother tapos sa akin tapos sa dad ko.
Nice. So, family reunion talaga yun, no? Yung grappling. Yes.
I heard somebody
Claudia.
come in. I heard somebody come in.
Yep. We have Lucas.
Hi, Lucas. Hi, Lucas. Welcome. There's the other grappler. Hi, Lucas.
Hi, nice to
Alright.
meet you.
Hi, my Claudia, and then that's Claro.
Hello.
There, and then I'm
Hi,
sure.
Clara. Hi, Claudia.
Hi, I'm sure you know the four.
Yeah,
should I introduce you the four other guys that's on this show? No, Lucas. We were just talking.
Nice to meet you.
Lucas, we were just talking about how you got into the sport, and who influenced you. Actually, Lord Gabriel was the last one to give his answer. So you're next. You just came right on time.
Yes.
So Lucas, you could tell us more about your background, no?
The floor is yours.
Yeah.
So I first started jiu-jitsu when I was 4, and then it started first as like I would just join in the trainings. I would just run around the mat, and then ever since I was 7, I started my first competition, which my dad put me in. So yeah, and I was fighting like a girl older than me, and then I was scared at that time. But then after that, my dad just told me to like focus and just yeah.
So it was your dad who influenced you with you being around the gym. Is that right?
Yes.
Nice.
We
Okay.
would train every day, like every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We would train wrestling. Tuesday, Thursday. No. Monday, Wednesday, Friday jiu-jitsu. Then Tuesday, Thursday we would do wrestling.
And then all that can go into grappling.
Yes.
That's right? Okay. Yeah. Cool. I learned from the other guys right before. So perfect timing. Yes.
So you had Clara, you had some insights prior to Lucas's answer, no?
Meron na.
Okay.
Meron na.
Lucas, I'll stick with you. No, you started at the age of 4. Is there a stigma with kids doing martial arts? Parang sabihin nila na, oy, martial arts ka, mayabang ka, bully ka,
Or bad boy.
or
mga
bad
ganun.
boy ka.
Yes.
So like when we do our do our trainings, we put it into good use. We use it in self-defense. We put all our trainings into the tournament. We don't really use it as an advantage to pick on younger kids. Even if we're experienced, we don't wanna imply that we're bullies. We want to teach others so that maybe one day we could save their lives, and they can defend themselves too.
Okay. Nice.
Very nice. Very nice. Yes,
That's actually a very good answer. Huh?
that's true.
How about you,
Yeah.
Joaquin? Let's bring Joaquin into the mainstream. Ikaw naman, what are your thoughts
Stigma.
on that? Yeah.
I don't actually think there's that kind of stigma na if you're do martial arts or something that you're a bully. I think it's the other way actually, because the reason why you would want to join a martial art will be to learn how to defend yourself, right? Or possibly you learn your values that the martial art wants to impart, right? So most if not all teach self-defense, respect, self-discipline, things like that. And I think in general, I think martial artists are actually more self-disciplined and more respectful because yeah, it's something that it's inherent to martial arts. So
Yeah, it's very nice that we get to hear it first from you guys because you're seeing it. Because again, some people may have the perception, and some may not. But it's nice again we get to hear it from you guys because you talk about all of this discipline and responsibility. So that's what I'm enjoying here. Claudia, next up.
Yeah, we anything for Joaquin?
Yeah, anything?
No? Okay, so David?
Think. Yeah. David, hold on.
Yeah.
What's the question again, po?
About your part of regarding martial arts, being a young martial artist, does it affect your friends, or does it have a stigma? Na bully ka?
Um, I could say it sometimes it doesn't really affect because when my friends hear about it, at first they'd like find it funny that I know we're doing jujitsu because like how like jujitsu is not really a familiar word or like sport, and when you hear it, it's like you'd think of I know my friends think of it as like the ninja some type of martial art like that. That's their first impression when they heard about jujitsu. Wait. Yeah, that's what they first thought of it, like doing ninja sport. And then I think when we went to the worlds, I got happy about the grappling because you know how it's not really well known. And then me, Wax, Luki, Abe, and Fier, when we started, it's not really well known. So I think when we were like put on the news or a lot of stuff like that, that's like where I got where we got happy about it, that it really affected the grappling community, that we see a lot of people wanting to join. We know a lot of kids, a lot of people asking us, oh, what's grappling, and then they saw it on the news, and then it really affected the sport, that once they saw it, they got inspired. Like some of them even told us that they got inspired by us, and then that they want to also do grappling.
Okay. All right. I
Nice,
think we
nice.
got Fair
Yes.
back now.
Yes, here is back.
Okay, so we lost him for a bit. Okay, Gab, for you, a different question naman. Uh, obviously you grew up in the club or in the gym, no? Did you see a lot of kids also joining prior to you guys winning in the competition?
Dito po kasi sa DefTAC Marikina, we're all kids. Like,
Oh,
hindi lang po like kids talaga na kids at heart, pero kids po talaga. Kids. Like
okay.
like karamihan po sa medal dito like grassroots kid, like nakita lang namin sa street, tapos tinawag namin, tapos tinraining, tapos pina-join sa comp, and then may medal sila. It's sometimes gold, sometimes silver, bronze, pero may medal sila. So,
Nice. So helping.
So DefTAC Marikina is based on ano po talaga siya. Sumikat po talaga siya and sa mga kids. Like,
Helping the community also. Galing, galing. Making a difference. The lives of
kesa
other
nakatambay
kids.
lang po sila doon. Kesa nakatambay lang sila sa labas.
Yeah, syempre, doing that is very nice. No? Teaching them a sport that can give them potential future and to stay away from other potential things. So that's really nice what you guys are doing. Making a difference through sport. Yes. Claudia?
Yeah. So, Gab, again, sa'yo naman, why them? Why the kids of Marikina? Ano nakita ng dad mo or yourself to get these kids out of the streets?
Wait lang. Parang gusto lang po niya ng kids. Or, like, parang, for others, medyo mahirap po turuan yung mga kids. Pero, para sa kanya, it's much easier. Kasi, bata pa lang po kami, may sobrang laki po ng potential na pwedeng mabigay sa, ano namin. Like, sobrang laki ng potential ng mga kids. Kung magagamit lang sa tama and may proper guidance.
Tama. Starting them young, no? You're very new to the sport and then you learn all the fundamentals from the coach. Absorb lang ng absorb. So, yes. I think we still have Fear, no?
Yeah.
To share his side.
Yeah.
Yes. Ay, sorry.
Ay, Lucas!
Wrong press. My bad.
Ay, Fair. Nawala ka kanina. We were just talking
Napindot
about...
ng phone ko eh.
Naka-charge na ngayon?
Hindi napindot ng phone ko yung power button ng laptop ko.
Okay.
So, Fear, kanina pinag-usapan namin na pinagtatawa na ka ni David, oh. Fair, we were talking, may stigma ba in the kids doing martial arts? Nung nalaban mga kaibigan mo, martial arts ka, or grappling, siguro mayabang ka, no? Or bully ka kasi, no?
Wala po. Wala naman.
But
Chill
do you
lang.
understand? Okay, chill lang.
Chill lang.
Or
normal sport.
How did you break yung stigma ng people looking at martial arts as an aggressive sport?
Hindi naman. It's like mabait naman ako. Parang di naman nila halata.
Pinagtatawa ka na.
Good boy ka talaga. Sino yung tumatawa? Main screen natin.
Main screen. No, okay, so could you put it all in one so that okay, so boys, this is all the background and all that. I want to now talk about as a whole, no? As a martial arts as a whole. Did you guys enjoy it? Did you guys enjoy martial arts? Is it something that Lucas, you're nodding your head. Why? What about martial arts that attracts you to stay?
So what attracts me to stay in the art of martial arts is when I do martial arts, it doesn't only train me for the competition, it also trains me in my mind. It disciplines me. Every day we wake up 8 a.m., start training, and after that 3 to 4 we start training, 5 to 6 start training again. And then you could also apply this to like when we want to defend ourselves. So, and it's also a really good feeling to be able to represent our country so that we can encourage others to try our sport and see how much it can discipline them.
Joaquin, I have a different question for you naman, Joaquin. Yeah. What was the hardest part? You've been in Taekwondo for 10 years, no? Right? what was the hardest part of being a martial artist?
Hardest part about being a martial artist. Hmm. I mean, I think I'd say yung discipline that's involved with trying to balance everything,
Mm,
right? So, um, I don't want to, let's say, leave one aspect behind, right? I try to, as much as possible, excel studies or my other extracurriculars. So having that discipline to manage my time, stick to the schedule, um, in terms of competition, lose weight or maintain a certain for extended periods of time so that I can compete. So, ayun, yung discipline that it takes to balance both and you know,
Nice. The discipline, it's tough, but I think you see the rewards eventually. So it's the hard part that ends up being able to help you. How about David? What is the fun part? Like, what do you enjoy the most dito? Say grappling,
Sa training
martial
po.
arts,
Sa
everything
martial
as a
arts.
sport, training, competition. What do you enjoy the most?
What I enjoyed the most was family po. Because when I started martial arts here in DevTap, I really appreciate the family concept that all of us are there for each other. On the mats, off the mats, we care for one another, and then that when you're on the mats, you're there, that nobody gets injured. Hopefully, nobody gets injured. Like, because we consider each other family. When we're training, there's this thing Chief says that if one of us gets injured, or like if Chief hears like somebody grunt or like act hurt, Chief would tell us in training na, okay, somebody's injured, 1,000 burpees, you do that to us. And then all of us were like, no, no, Chief, nobody's injured, like that. Because, Chief wants us to look at each other as like, brothers and sisters, and that we don't want to hurt each other. We only, that's the thing. We're like, off the mats, kahit sa mga trabaho, like I've noticed sa mga teammates namin that, if somebody needs help, like not martial art related, I appreciate the fact that our teammates are there to help each other. Na if they have problems, if they have like something they're finding, and they don't have connections, like they're there for them. Tapos, that's the most thing I enjoyed, like meeting friends in the team, and like these four guys right here. That's the best part actually, traveling with them, because we all of us got close. Especially I'm the only one here from Western Visayas, and like all four of them trained with each other. I actually haven't trained with not all four of them yet. The first time I trained was when we were doing our comp training for the Worlds. That's what I enjoyed the most.
So that all for one for all mentality. Nice, nice. How about Gabe? What do you enjoy the most from the whole sport?
I enjoy the most is the fact that hindi ka so yung mga martial artists is like disciplined sila pag nagabayan sila ng mabuti ng mga coach nila. Kasi may mga ibang martial artists din naman na hindi nagabayan ng maayos ng coach nila and parang naging bully and all stuff. Pero like in DevTac and Riviera Jiu-Jitsu, it's like may enjoy mo yung makikita mo sa mga coaches na sobrang nagsasacrifice sila ng time and energy, effort para sa isang student. And like if hindi ka mag-continue or parang nakakaano naman sa kanila, 'di ba? Like yung effort nila like todo-todo. Marami pa silang dapat gawin as a parent and all that stuff. Pero mas pinili nilang turuan ka, 'di ba? And most part may maiisip mo siya and ma-enjoy mo siya because of that. Like yung connection ng coach sa student is very good. Like sobrang natatouch kami. And
Nice. No?
sa DefTac Marikina is the best part is the food jitsu. It's like It's like we call it food jitsu because it's
Food.
like all the kids, all the parents, and all the
Really?
teammates, coaches, sabay-sabay kami kakain. Pizza.
Salo-salo.
Yung steerage namin dito, pizza. Alam, kaya po malakas si Fear kasi naka-pizza siya. Mga 12 kada isang jitsu.
So nagsha-sharing kayo of pizza, no? Kayong dalawa. Tag team kayo sa pizza.
Walang share.
Okay. Anyway, nice stuff, no? Gabe, yung mga lessons on the mat are able to carry over outside also. So, parang
Ma-apply
nagiging
po
life.
Yes. Any, kahit ano
Nice.
pong aspect, like, kahit sa school, ma-apply mo po yung mga small parts na natutunan mo sa maths.
So nice. The life lessons, no? All around, wherever you go, wherever it may be. Perfect. Si Fier naman, let's ask about the pizza later. Bookmark ko yan, ah. What is your favorite part about
You should.
grappling? In your experience, training, competing, what do you enjoy?
I enjoy the pizza. Yeah.
Okay. So pizza talaga. Okay.
Joke
Okay.
lang.
Sinisave ko yan eh. Sige, go lang.
For me, it's because combat sport is like an individual sport, but people don't see is where the teamwork starts is in the training. That's where like I enjoyed the most because like we get closer. Yeah. Like every day we get closer day by day. Like Dave. I never meted Dave until they are training in Russia. Yeah, but now we're like best friends just in training. That's why that's the fun part is really training for me.
Yung brotherhood formed in
And the
training, no?
brotherhood.
Sweating together, working hard. Alam naman natin yan, no?
Eating
But we will
Dave.
we'll talk
Dave.
more about the pizza later.
May si Clara mamaya. Maganda yan.
Ayun. I think ayun.
Okay, so Clara will go on break. Break muna tayo for a bit for contractual obligations, and then we'll be
Tama.
back and we'll talk about your international tournament. Okay, so this is episode 66 of Who the Heck Are We? Yeah, thank you, Clara. I heard you say it. 66 for Who the Heck Are We? We are part of the Globally Ballin Network. Check them out on social media, the website, also on their shows on YouTube. Follow us as well on our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, and also on TikTok. And, check us out as well on YouTube, on Globally Ballin YouTube channel. Click on the bell button to subscribe to all our episodes. Speaking of episodes, there's also ones on Spotify. So listen on the go, anytime, anywhere. That's Spotify. So with the other shows, you could check out Hang Time with Denise Tensai. Watch the latest episode with Kathy Bersola. They've spoken to Carmela Tunay, Faith Nisperos, and many other volleyball players. Last but not the least is an eternity of basketball. Talk about the 80s, the 70s, 80s, even I think even go back to the 60s of Philippine basketball with Charlie Cuna, Noel Zarate, and Sid Ventura. This episode is brought to you by Chops to Go, New Era, Hiniluban Farms, Georgie's Delight, Art Fratelli, Soulful Milk Ice Cream, and Cuts Apparel. Cuts Apparel is the shirt I'm wearing right now. See, they made the shirt. They also do cycling gear. So check them out at Cuts Apparel PH. So back to the boys. Okay, There you go. All right. So, okay, guys, boys. So, Joaquin, you mentioned to us off air that you left for Russia around August 10. Is that correct? How what was that? Tell us more about that tournament that you went to.
Actually, just like to add on to that, we were actually initially supposed to leave the country on the 9th, but we had some complications in the flight, so it got delayed to the 10th. So, yeah, we had several setbacks. We had to rebook, and then it got canceled. We had to rebook during midnight, got canceled again. So we had to come back the following day, and at least we still got there safe and still on time for competition. We still had a bit of time to rest and kind of condition ourselves there. Like how do we call this? Get us used to the climate because it was pretty cold.
Acclimatize.
Yeah, acclimatize because um, weather here is pretty different from the weather there. It's pretty cold there, especially in the morning. So ayun. And just to add on to the experience with the airlines earlier, because it was I don't understand why, but we had complete papers, right? We had passport, valid visa. We had the DSW clearance for those who were for some of us who weren't traveling with parents, right? We had a negative RT-PCR that was taken on the day of our departure, but for some reason they still didn't allow us to board the flight
Oh.
for multiple tries. So that just kind of added to the experience, right? It felt more rewarding at the end, especially knowing that what we've been through, the training and that scene in the airport. So just kind of
So
So
getting
doon
the
pa lang may
benefits,
Oo nga, di ba? Doon pa lang, klaro, they were already having a bit of
trials.
problem.
Yes.
Yeah,
Na-swap
trial.
nga yung luggage ni Lucas eh.
Ha?
Ano nangyari?
Na-swap dun sa airport. Iniwan kasi sa labas.
Sige, Lucas nga, tell us what happened. You're on mute lang.
Yeah.
Oh, so I checked in my what's it called. I put in through the X-ray, and then as my luggage turned into an X-ray, so I had to put back my belt. So when I was gonna get my luggage, I find out it's gone, and that's like really big. Like it's like here on my hip. It's like really really big.
As big.
It's the one on the picture, the one in the back, somewhere there.
This one. About that one.
Oh wait, no, never mind. Never mind.
All right.
As big as that. It's as big as that. And then so we had to wait like for someone picked it up by accident. So they had to look everywhere. And so the woman came back and then in her trolley thing, there my luggage was there, and then all of a sudden we had to go right away na because we had to
Wow.
sorry, that's
Okay.
the babysitter.
So someone took that by accident, a woman. Open it up and you see you all have the grappling gear. You have a gi. I'm like, what?
Yeah, so that's the one where all our clothes are. So at least before the flight, our coach, my dad, told us to pack 2 luggages, one with our gis and all our gear ready, and then the other one with all our clothes, like for sleeping, for going out, and yeah. So we were really prepared for this flight and this fight.
I think that's the way to go, given the experience of like your coaches, your dad, everybody. That's how you do it.
Yes.
Okay,
David,
Claudia.
yeah, well, David, tell us naman about that tournament that you joined. Give us a bit of background. You guys were prepared. Joaquin said that you had all your papers. You had to go back and forth from the airport to the house, and then finally you have the luggage issues. Then finally you're in Russia. Tell us more about that tournament.
About what po?
The tournament that you went to in Russia.
The grappling championships.
Yeah.
It was really cold there in the arena. And the thing I found cool was, you know how when we arrived in the arena, we had to like weigh in, right? Because before you compete, you had to weigh in. And then we had a problem also where during the second day sa gi namin, we were supposed to weigh in, and we weren't allowed to like we need to have like no gi type of clothes, so we can be shirtless, but the shorts we had like pockets. So we had this problem where we'd go to other countries and ask them, can we borrow your shorts? Can we borrow this? And then it's like odd because we borrowed this guy's shorts and they let him in, they let him weigh in. And then when it came to us, we used the same shorts he used to weigh in, but they didn't let us in. And they even after crunchy na Philippines daw, ganon. And then when I think they knew na mga Pinoy, they didn't let us in. So like we had like a problem with that. Also we didn't know about we needed to have like blue gi, blue belt, and then red gi, red belt. So we also borrowed. Thankfully enough, in the picture right now, this guy in the middle, he was kind enough to let us borrow the belts of his athletes. So whenever we like after our fight, kunwari, I'm done, and then Wax is next. So we like go around the arena and then go back to the warm up area, and then we take the gi off, change our gi, and then I'll give the belt to Wax, and that's a little not really frustrating, but it's it's a little funny experience na they didn't let us in, something like that, and then we forgot our belts. But the event really was a nice event. It was so organized. It was cold. We got nervous actually because I wasn't like it was actually my first time going out of the country. So it was my first time, and it was my first time like going on a flight that was like past an hour, something like that. So during the events, it was organized and nice, and the people there were kind. Some of the staff aren't because what they did, but that's okay.
But I think what's big at the end, you're able to do what you trained for, and that was to compete, of course, and to display that you guys have been working hard. For Gabe naman, how was the experience competing in the World Championships?
It's like yung natulog ka tapos nanaginip ka, and then pagagising mo nandun na yung panaginip mo. Like, it's really my dream. Like sometimes I stop my school just to train. Like I absent sometimes. Not sometimes. I lie there.
Pero yung part na you wake up, andito ka na sa dream. May nervousness ka ba? May nervous.
Of course.
Of course. How do you deal?
Pero syempre, you need to accept na nina-nervous ka, and like may hint, may clue yung coach namin is like pag nina-nervous ka, yung kalaban mo rin nina-nervous siya. So, gagawin mo lang yung pinractice mo and yung technique. You're gonna trust what you just did sa training. You're gonna trust the technique, the hard work, the instinct. You're gonna trust all of that. Because hindi mo pwede sabihin na, ay, hindi ako nina-nervous, kaya ko to. Basic lang to. If you counter the feelings, hindi na magiging one yung body mo. It's like kina-counter ng head mo yung emotions mo. It's like that. So like pag nina-nervous ka, syempre nina-nervous din yung kalaban mo. So, trust the technique na.
Nice yan. So fair game. Parehas kayo nervous, and at the end, it is what you do. Very nice answer. I think fair your Russian experience. Pero una, kamusta yung pizza in Russia?
Walang lasa yung food dun.
Walang lasa?
Meron dong empanada. Kala namin, like, empanada talaga siya.
Yung sa vegan. Mga ganun.
Tapos pagkagat namin, patatas lang naman. Tinipid pa sa asin. Pero okay yung dessert. Gusto ko yung dessert nila. Masarap dessert nila.
Pero yung competition, how was the competition for you? Yung experience overall?
It was a dream. Parang hindi siya totoo sa una. Like, pag tapa ko dun sa mats, parang nakakaba siya eh. Like, different feeling. Out of this world. Ganun.
Out of this world.
Yeah.
Okay, pero at least wala namang out of the body experience, no? Na ka. How about nervousness? Dealing with nerves or yung mga pre-game jitters mo, baka may magic formula ka dyan or specific way of battling pre-game jitters?
Para sa akin, naisip ko yung mag-100 burpees ako pag di nanalo. Eh, okay na yun.
Nice. So, win para walang burpees pag-uwi. Tama?
Yes.
Okay. Nice. Nice. Okay. Nice mindset. Yes. So I think that does it, no? Really great.
Yeah.
Yung experience nyo in Russia. It's a bit hard to travel now because of COVID, pero enjoy pa rin, being in a foreign land, absorbing different culture. Iba pa rin yung international competition.
Oh,
Tapos
yes.
inuuwi nyo yung experience.
And
Yes.
the best part is like kasi po like nag-tournament lang kami dito sa Philippines, parang team and sarili lang namin yung pinaglalaban namin. But pag nasa international ka na, it's like dinala mo yung buong name ng Philippines. So yung gagawin mo doon ayun yung Philippines. So nakakasalalay namin yung Philippines.
Nice.
Wait, did the Philippine national anthem get played sa venue? No, there was no chance. Wala.
Yeah, almost.
Almost.
But,
No.
almost.
Soon dapat the next round of competition.
Yes, definitely. Okay. So, time to look at the highlights
Yes.
of these boys. Yes.
Hey,
Okay. Teka lang. Let me check.
there you go. Okay.
Am I correct? Kay David to?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Where's David? So, David, can you tell us about this? What's happening in your fight? Ano yung process, yung mindset mo?
Before that fight, Chief actually made me do like 30 burpees backstage because he wanted me to fix my top game there that I wouldn't get taken down, and it did work because as you can see, look, in this part we were trying to take each other down, and then Chief, Prof May in the background with the yells like screaming, "David, batak mo!" telling me to hurt him. Na go rough, go rough. There, look, she's telling me to pull him down, and wait, it's gonna be shown there. That's where Prof May told me na, because when I was fighting him, I got a little, what do you call this? There's like this thing with me where when I'm fighting, I get a little like shy to hurt my opponent, and then when Prof May told me na to hurt him, this one also, I forced the choke, which actually gave me a concussion. So during that match, actually, I had a really bad, like, my head was dizzy, my head hurt so much, and then everything became blurry because when I forced the choke on him, I think held my breath and like forced it that something in my eye popped, and then that's why like after that match I went to like the medical and we got my eyes checked, and they said it's just like a minor concussion, but like during that fight, when Chief told me na to do my burpees, to do my sprawls, kahit na blurred pa rin yung yung mind ko, like I was so confused what was going on because like everything was like moving this way, like circling around me. So I was happy and like I appreciated that Chief let me do my 30 burpees backstage before that match because kahit na a lot, like I had the concussion during the fight, like the burpees was still there na Chief let me do it. So yeah, yun. And like the next day, actually the boys actually noticed it na my eyes became red daw. They saw it, and that's all.
So great preparation by your chief to fully equip you
Yes.
for that match. No.
Pero what I like what David said was na, in martial arts you have to strike, diba? You have to not hurt your opponent, but you have to take down your opponent.
Yes.
Pero sa'yo, you're shy ka pa, no? David?
So may konting hiya, and that's what they were able to bring out in him. Perfect timing, no? Kasi nasa World
Perfect time.
Championships
Correct.
sila. Looks like the next video we have is for Fear. Yes, tama ba? Let me restart that. There you go.
Yeah.
So, can you tell us about this, Fear?
Bigat ng kalaban ko. Like, siya? Na 4 kilos bigger than me.
Uh-huh.
Yun. Yung sa part na yan, hirap niya i-control. Like, ang lakas niya mag-bridge. Diyan, parang kinakabahan pa kasi ako nun eh. Yung mga fingers ko, parang ang lamig. Iba yung feeling. Di like normal na fight dito sa Pinas. Parang same weather. Parang di ka sanay sa weather nila.
Mm-hmm.
Tapos dyan sa part na yan, sa utak ko na lang, like, tatapusin ko na to. Yun na talaga eh. Kasi wala
So-
na akong iniisip na iba, natatapusin ko na siya. Lalo yung sinisigawan na ako ni Prof May sa likod. Like, minumura niya na ako. Tapusin mo na yan, tapusin mo na yan. Yun na lang nasa utak ko, tatapusin ko na to. Kasi pag,
So, yes.
ano pa, sige.
So, more on motivation yan to end the fight since, ayun, 4 kilos heavier yung kalaban mo, no?
Oh. Inabahan ako like 86. Tapos ako dyan, mga 83, mga 82 or 81 kilos, dun ang pumapatong. Like, pababa.
Mhm. So, more on the outworking your opponent despite that person being much heavier. And I think you nailed it, no? There's nothing else to say it. Pinush din ni Coach.
I
Some
love it.
inspiring words ba yan? Or some motivating words? Okay, so next up kay Lord Gabe. So can you talk us through this, Gabe? This is your footage, I think.
Yes. Yung
Tumingin ka dun, tumingin ka sa coach mo, no? Dun.
I was looking at the score and the time
Okay.
because my game plan is to like that, like pull guard and triangle choke and finish as soon as possible. But the first one is they know na ganun yung game plan ko from the no-gi match. So, sila na yung nag-una mag-pull guard. So, I ended up sa top. And then, pinull guard nila ako. And then, so, I know that I have advantage because if someone pull guards you, you get 2 points agad. So, you just need to maintain that or escape or or smash them pa if you want. So, I really want to escape. I'm trying to escape, but they're like so strong like that. So I'm trying to, like Chief said, the one who's coaching me, like ganyan ko lang yung neck niya so hindi ako madali ng submission. Or yung famous nila na submission sa guard is the rib crunch, yung andito yung nasa guard ka, nasa loob ka ng guard, nakaganyan. Tapos, isi-straight nila yung paa nila. Like, parang ganun. So, yun. Maano yung ribs mo. So, minimaintain ko lang yung side. And then, yun. So, maintain ko lang yung points dun. Yun to. And iniisip ko lang is, like, hindi lang para sa akin yung match na to. Like, buong Philippines, kailangan, like, may inaasahan sila sa akin.
100% yung mindset na yun, ah. Pero when you found out, skin out ka ng mga opponents mo, nagulat ka ba? Ano yung thought process na, uy, parang skin out nila ako, ah.
Yung first match ko pa lang po is nakita ko like sobrang daming scouts, sobrang daming na tumitingin kasi like sa amin po is like kulang yung budget and stuff. So, yung Kazakhstan team and other team, may cook pa sila and may nutritionist and may tagahilot pa. And kaya sobrang dami nilang resources. So, yung unang fight pa lang, August 13. So, no-gi. Walang gi, wala kaming uniform. Like, naka-no-gi lang. So, yun. First match ko pa lang, sobrang dami nang nakatingin sa amin. And they're trying to, like, parang puzzle nila ako. So, sinesolve nila yung kung ano yung gagawin nila sa akin. And sobrang bilis nila mag-solve ng puzzle. So, sobrang bilis nila naka-adjust. So, medyo nahirapan rin ako ng onte.
Pero great experience building yan, no? So, let's go to Joaquin, I think, for your footage. Next up. Hold on. There you go. Is that right? Yeah, I think that's your footage. Could you tell us about this? The thought process, your techniques?
I'm just excited to fight because, come to think of it, yes, there's nervous. You feel anxious, you feel nervous, but above that, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience to compete abroad, Russia, in the World Championships, nonetheless. So there was more of a sense of excitement. I was excited to step on the mats, aside from that, just be mentally present. I can't just be there like a headless chicken. I can't go there and just do whatever that comes to mind, right? I have to think, run through the situations that we've been through in training, from the 6 or so months in training, right? All the situations that we've been through and all of that. You have to be mentally present and just aware of what's happening. But, just give it 100% and just enjoy. Really, that's what's just running through my head.
Just enjoy. So it looks like that's what helped you get through any jitters or nervousness during the World Championships. Great stuff. Great stuff.
Claro,
And
I like what
Yeah.
Joaquin said. No, he says you didn't go there like a headless chicken. So you
Oh, yeah.
you were you were prepared going into this tournament. No, Lucas, siguro Claro will show one more, and then let's go around with the boys and how they actually prepared for this tournament.
Mhm. Okay, yeah, I think we got Lucas next, so let me load that video.
Si David,
Oops. So hold on.
Hi.
Yeah, hey Lucas yan dapat.
I have a
Where's
better
Lucas?
highlight than that.
Huh? Sorry.
I have a better highlight than
Better
that.
highlights. You can send it to us too. Yeah.
No,
It was your father that
So-
sent it to us.
So,
We
yeah.
don't mind getting more from you. Yeah, but
Well,
go ahead.
So here, okay, sorry. So in this one, well, I lost in this one, but like in the start of the match, like my mindset was like really like focused into just winning. Like I was just breathing calmly because when you don't breathe, you won't have enough oxygen to go into your brain so that you can think properly. So that's what my dad told me. So all I needed to do was just breathe and think about winning, bring it home for the country. Yeah.
Okay. Lucas, your father is the chief. Diba? All these boys were saying the chief and all that. Are you pressured to succeed because he's the chief?
No, not at all. In training, he pushes me all the time. He makes me train every day. He inspires me to do better, make my family proud, make them proud, make the country proud. So I just really, I just do whatever I do and whatever I'm capable to do. And just because my dad is the chief, I don't really let that get into my way.
That's good. Is he extra hard on you than on the other four boys?
Yeah.
Of course,
Because
he should. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Like when we right after training here, I actually jiu-jitsu isn't my only sport. I also do football. So for example, right before football, I go straight to jiu-jitsu, I go straight to wrestling, and I do all of that.
See, David's like,
Multi-talented.
yeah. David's like laughing. What? Si David nagre-react eh. Oh.
Loko mo ba, David?
Okay. What about going into before we go into our last segment? No, how was your preparation going into this tournament? I'll go to you, David. How did you prepare for this, especially going in a pandemic? We were in a pandemic, getting into the tournament. No, how did you prepare?
Like for COVID prevention or
No, how did you prepare going to the tournament? Your training, especially kasi hindi kayo pwede, you were locked inside your house, isolated, didn't have much of your training buddies to meet. So how did you get your online pandemic training for the tournament?
we before I came here sa Manila, me and Wax actually, Wax, Lucky actually do online class, diba, with Chief. So that's like the start of our preparation at first, where we virtually, trained all three of us with Chief, mga techniques na he's teaching us. And then when I arrived in Manila with the five of them, we started our hard training. Tapos a little thing that's hard is when, di ba, sa start ng pandemic, a lot of our partners or like students na they aren't training anymore, something like that. So what we did actually is like, so that we won't have lack of partners sa training namin, is our coaches, ask other DefTAC branches na they're inviting them na if you guys are vaccinated, you can train with us para the RP team us would have partners to train with. What's PPE? Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Ginulo mo. Okay. Naguluhan sa chat. Pero about you, Joaquin, how was your training regimen getting into the tournament?
Oh, I mean, the main thing I want to highlight in terms of preparations for the tournament was like I mentioned a while ago, trying to balance everything because at the start of the 2020, right before the lockdown, I got injured, so I tore a couple of ligaments in my ankle, my anterior into something, AITF. Oh God, I forgot the term, but I tore a few ligaments in the ankle. So part of my preparation was trying to recover from that, while at the meantime trying to balance, trying to catch up with terms of training and trying to balance schoolwork and also yung club ko sa DLSU. So yeah, medyo more on the tiring side.
Yeah.
And of course, our priority is still the safety. So if we felt unwell, we tell our coaches, we tell everyone, and we take a break, right? Because we don't want to disrupt the flow of our training. So yeah, prioritize health, and then everything else follows.
That's right. It's true. Like, yeah, you wear your face shields and PPE, as what Claro said.
These guys were having a blast in the chat. I just joined
I
in.
know. It goes to show their brotherhood, diba, Claro?
Exactly,
And
exactly.
That's an amazing thing. I think that's what martial arts does, no? Is to bring the brotherhood together.
Yeah, they're
Para
also
kayo
messing with each
magkakapatid.
other, not just helping each other out. They're messing around too.
Yeah, you could, if you,
That's
in fact,
making
if
me
you could
laugh.
just show you the chat room that they're
Yeah.
saying.
One guy starts
they-
talking, they'll mess with him, they'll help him.
Yeah, that's right.
Nice chemistry, nice
Okay,
camaraderie.
Claro, I have one more before we go into the shout outs, no? Let's see who could answer. Maybe Lucas, you could answer this, no? The pandemic really stopped sports a lot, di ba? Before kayo, pwede kayo pumunta sa match, you could do with your own teammates, with other people. Now with this pandemic and you can't train outside, do you think the sports development, especially sa martial arts, stopped, or it's not developing as much as it should be because of the pandemic?
So like it's definitely not like developing right now, but like you just have to learn to live with it. I mean, that's not stopping us from doing what we love to do. That doesn't stop us from doing our passion. So we got all the way here. So yeah.
Nice. And because of that, all of you won an award, no? You guys all won
Yeah.
achievements, no? So what did you win, Lucas?
Me 2 bronze.
What category?
I fought in the 50 kilogram weight division in no gi and gi. And then for some reason they really felt like way heavier than me. They looked bigger, heavier. One of them even had like a full beard here. Yeah. Yeah, the one in my highlight, he had a beard, like a old man beard.
I've been in a similar experience playing another sport, and my opponents had mustaches. So I feel you. That's what I can say.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. How about you, Gabriel? Lauren, Gabe?
2 silver from 46 kilogram division, no gi and gi.
Fier?
It's 86 kilogram.
86 kilograms.
86.
Okay. David?
One bronze, one silver sa 42 kilograms po.
Yung weight lang yung sinabi ni Fier. Hindi yung...
Ay, sige, Fear, back to you.
Oo nga,
Hindi
sorry.
ko narinig yung full thing. Na-mute ako.
Baka, yes.
Aba. Ano po, bronze sa 86 kilogram. Gi.
Nice. I think Joaquin, no?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I got 2 bronzes also. Under 58 kilograms in grappling gi and grappling.
Wow.
So that's also gi and no gi, am I right?
Yep.
Okay, nice. Congrats, everyone. Yes,
Ayan,
thanks for
Pierre
bringing
says he loves
pride.
you.
Yeah. Yan na yung mga comments in
Yan
the
ang mga
chat.
comments.
Unfortunately,
Love
it's a
you.
chat, so we can't show it,
Yeah,
no?
we can't show it.
Sayang. Next time, guys,
Yeah.
balik
Oo
kayo.
nga. Oo nga, sa live dapat yan. So when we go on live, dapat may comments, you know.
Next time, we have you guys. Okay.
You know, Clara, there's a lot of questions that are popping up. One more, promise, Clara, one more. Okay. With all the fact that you guys have been winning bronzes and silvers, diba? Do you think may future ang martial arts, bigger future sa ang martial arts dito sa Pilipinas? Any of you could answer. Parang, ngayon nahihiyaan
Ayun.
kayo.
Ay.
Oh yeah, si Gab. Oh,
Oy,
sige,
si Gabe.
Gabe,
Ready
go,
yan.
Gabe.
Of course.
Nice.
Like, we are the start. We want to be this, we want to be the start because we're already there, and we would like to inspire childrens, and not just childrens but other people and other adults na don't hesitate if they want to try it, if they want to join, just do it. Okay? Hindi naman kayo papabayaan ng mga coach, and hindi man kayo basta-basta may injured. Okay? So,
They got your back.
So, sobrang dami ng sobrang laki ng potential ng Philippines na sa sports. Kung
Sige, tuloy mo.
Nice. Oh, kayo yung mga OG di ba?
To be honest, sobrang daming magaling sa Philippines. Yan, mga kulang lang sa funds.
Tama. Correct.
We have a lot of potential. Yes.
We have a lot of potential.
Can I add something?
Yeah, sure.
Of course.
Yeah.
Parang, how would I say this? The event sort of served as a catalyst for yung potential rise in grappling in the country, because like what they said, despite yung mga setbacks, right, the fiasco in the airport, you had to acclimatize and everything like that, the pandemic, which is and despite us being a smaller frame, smaller build, and it's our first time competing abroad, we still were able to produce something.
That's right.
Just with following yung program that our coaches and we've tried to follow for the past few months. So it kind of speaks volume. So like with what we have right now, we were able to produce something. What more if we had a bigger delegation, we had financial support, and the rest. So
I think Lucas wants to add to that. All great answers.
Oh, yeah. I'll just continue what Joaquin said. Like, us
Perfect.
going to this tournament didn't only inspire like our other teammates, it inspired a lot of people around the Philippines. So maybe now we'll have better support and better funds for our sport, and that we have better opportunity so that we can represent our country way more. And yeah. That's all.
So we good, I think?
Yes.
David or Fair? If not, okay lang. We will now go
Can I say something po?
Yeah.
Of course.
I want to mention na sa training namin, I really think that, as they said, na Philippines has a potential in grappling, because imagine we prepared for this, and then only 5 athletes, diba? It's only 5 of us, and our country managed to place top 3 overall. So like there's like top 10, and there's more countries pa below that 10. So it's a blessing talaga na ganun. Just with 5 athletes, imagine na we're only 5, and then other countries we see on the mats there na they have like more than 10. Other countries have like 20 athletes, and they didn't get to place in the top, and we got top 3 overall. So that's why, ano, if only we had the support. What if we had the support? Imagine more athletes, what do you call this? More students coming in sa grappling, and ano.
Okay, I'll add one more thing. So yeah, in my opinion, there is a very bright future for grappling, because people tend to think that we're good with some sports, but we actually have what it takes to really make yung world stage. Like take for example, si Senator Manny Pacquiao, diba? Right?
Yeah.
Multiple division world champ, all of that, right? So it goes to show that if there's a will, there's a way,
Correct.
essentially. And you know, yeah, that's just really it.
Tama. I like the fact that you guys, I like what you said, David, 5 lang kayo, pero still overall, 3rd overall, no, Claro? Amazing.
Good haul.
And
Good haul.
Again, I think Claro and I are going to keep repeating this. If you could only see how kulit they are on the chat group, you'll have fun, no? Claro's already part of it.
Yeah, medyo na-distract ako eh. Just based on the chat, it looks like si Gabe yung team captain dito. Team captain namin sa chat.
Oo nga eh. Okay,
Yeah.
so boys, so what we'll do now is we'll be focused on each of you individually, and you guys could do your shout-outs. Claro, you could call on who's gonna be doing the shout-outs.
Okay, sige. So, to your family, friends, baka may mga fans din kayo, guys, no? From your time competing in Russia. So, I think we can go first with Lucas. Yeah, you're set up right there.
Okay. I would like to thank my friends, my family, my parents. I would like to thank Coach May, my dad, my grandpa, my grandma, my mom. Yeah. And I would also like to shout out to my friends, Jason, Mark, Jawan, Rafi, Diego, and Wami. Yeah. And also, also shout out to Cape Rock. Yeah.
Okay, shout out to your buddies. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. Sige. Who can go next? Gabe left his chair, so let's go with Fier, siguro.
I would like to thank my coaches. Coach Mike, happy birthday. Let's go. Coach Lester, thank you. Shout out. And Chief, Prof. May, all of my teammates, mga nag-sacrifice sa akin para sa sparring. Thank you very much. Love you all.
Okay. Nice, nice. Gabe naman.
Thank you sa unang-una sa mga coaches, si Chief Alvin Aguilar. Siya na nagawa nitong lahat ng yan. Kung wala siya, wala to. And Prof. Maybelline Masuda, and Prof. Mike Tabamo, and Prof. Franco Rilloda, and Prof. Richard Despiria, and Coach Papi Lipitan, and Coach Tomasis. And sa teammates, sa DefTalk family teammates and training partners, sobrang thank you. And sa mga sponsors, High Rollers, yung gi namin, yung suot namin uniform doon, thank you. And Fresh Frutas, mga fruits na para healthy kami. And sa Pagcor and DefTalk family individual sponsors, may mga nag-donate na teammates. Thank you guys. And siyempre sa dad ko, Lester Del Rosario, and sa best training partner ko, si King Rafael Del Rosario, brother ko. Thank you guys.
Nice. Brotherly connection. No? David, you're up.
I'd like to thank my dad for pushing me, because he's been there since day one. I also like to thank my DefTAC Marikina family, especially Coach Lester, because thank you so much, Coach Lester, because I was left in Manila for a month. I didn't have any parents in me, so I really appreciate Coach Mike and Coach Lester for taking care of me, giving me food, a roof to stay in. Tapos sa camp namin sa BAM, thank you, Prof. May and Chief for pushing us. Thank you also sa DefTAC Iloilo ko na family for being there for us, financially sa support ko, and then not financially but also my teammates in DefTAC were there for us spiritually. They prayed for us. They were there supporting us all the way. Shout out also to my tropa and my clan in COD Dear Fortis. Thank you for supporting me, Miguel, Jasper, John, and the other friends out there.
Parang may mga fans ka dyan sa recording natin, ah. Sinoutout mo na sila? Just to make sure.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, let's go. Last but not the least, Joaquin.
Oh yeah. So I'd like to thank all my family, my friends. So my dad, my mom, my dad, my little sister, my friends from school. So from Zabel, you know who you are. From Taft, you know who you are also. Friends from my RX schools, the DLSU BJJ, you know who you are, Sir Russell, Sir Adrian, our officers, Sir Grace, and everything for handling everything. Our coaches, right? So Chief Alvin Aguilar, Prof. May Masuda, Prof. Mike Tabamo, Coach Melchor Tomasis, Coach Carlo Magno Canta, Coach Rayson, everyone who helped out, all the chapters from DefTAC who helped, Wrestling Association of the Philippines, thank you as well, and Prof. Franco Relioda, Prof. Richard Espiria, Prof. Jerome Lepitan, and all those who provided financial support as well. So PAGCOR and all the other sponsors and supporters.
All right. Fantastic, no? I think that does it. Everyone gave their shout outs to their fans, especially.
Oh, wait, Lucas is raising his hand.
Oh, we would also like to shout out to Albert.
Also, me, I'd like to give a shout out to Nova in the US for supporting me.
Okay.
May extra pa.
Oh, nga. Okay.
Yep.
Claro, go.
Okay, quick fire round. I'll just call you for your answers. Very easy. Your favorite restaurant to eat in after a hard day of training? We can start with Lucas.
McDo, a double cheeseburger with the large fries and the Sprite and McDo is so good. Yeah.
Interesting choice. I'd
Also
have to agree there.
salt in the fries.
Okay, just to make sure you don't cramp up, I guess, with the salt. Gabe?
Hindi rin na aling.
McDo, syempre.
McDo. Sponsored ba kayo?
Yun nga.
Pierre? Sige. Gabe, you want to change your answer? Sige.
Sasabihin ko lang kung McDo, baka naman.
Pierre?
No! Jollibee represent! Jollibee!
Okay, 2-1. 2-1. McDo, Jollibee.
David, Jollibee, okay?
David?
Anything grilled po, mang inasal rib shack. Basta grilled, any inasal.
Okay, inasal. Good answer. Joaquin?
Inasal baka naman.
Bread.
Favorite restaurant? My mom's cooking. and then And then any ramen or carbo-loaded pasta or whatever, anything with heavy carbs. So yeah.
Nice. Okay. Next question is, I'm gonna ask you guys to point at yung pinakamatakaw in the team. So we're here in the camera, so you just point at the person and name the person. So there you go. Just mag free for all kayo. Just point.
Here.
Fair.
Guys, you already know.
Okay.
Pizza.
Okay, it's clear. Hence yung pizza.
Already
Yung
know.
pizza. Okay. Sige. Yeah, I think that does it for me.
Okay, Claudia, you're gonna have to help on mine. Okay.
All right.
So mine's gonna be one-on-one. I'm gonna pit you guys against each other. Okay.
I'll note it.
You'll note it. Okay, so Lucas against David. So Gab, Joaquin, and Fier, you guys are supposed to answer. If there was a 100-meter sprint between Lucas and David, sino mananalo?
Lucas.
Zluki.
Lucas.
Maybe.
Grabe ang humble.
Okay, so Lucas will win. Okay.
Yeah.
Lucas David, yes.
Okay. For Joaquin and Fier, box jump. Sino ang pinaka magba-box jump?
Maybe
sa
Pierre
dalawa?
because Wax got an injury.
Ah,
Yeah.
Binali
Yeah.
ko yung paa niya para manalo.
Okay. So that's okay. So Gab, Gab, you're the only one that can't choose.
Yeah.
Oh, ito na lang.
Gab versus Claro.
No, Gab.
Talo ko sa grappling, sigurado.
Gab, how many burpees can Lord Gabriel del Rosario do in 30 seconds?
Maybe like 995, something like that.
30.
And that's just casually, like he'll just do it like without anyone telling him to.
How many? Let's say how many? How many do you think he could do in 30
How many?
seconds?
You know, basic
30.
1,000. Yeah.
1 second.
1 to 1. So 30 and 30.
30 and 30. Okay, RoboCop.
Grabe.
Okay. So, did I miss anyone?
Everyone at least
Pero-
everyone was called up. Yeah.
Claro, you haven't been called out.
Eating contest. Pwede,
Oh.
pwede.
Pierre versus Claro.
Pierre
That's
versus-
interesting. I'm not
Lucky
even
may
in
belt
my
sa gilid.
prime. Why not? Pizza tayo siguro no, Fier.
Louie may belt.
All right. Okay. So, boys, thank you so much for this. We'll put you backstage. No, David's
Yep.
already backstage, so we'll put you backstage.
Thank
Clara and I are going to conclude. No? Okay. Wow. Okay. So there. Man, that was easy. They were having so much fun inside the chat room and also
Yeah.
on screen. Goes to show you the brotherhood that they have.
Yeah. I
And
clearly saw it.
you could see it even from the start, right? And it's amazing that what they said, that even though what David said, even though the lima lang sila, they still were overall top
Exactly,
three
like-
overall. You know, and
Exactly. Everyone brought home the goods. That's efficiency. This is the right time where you can say that these guys were efficient. Only 5
Yes.
members in the delegation. Ayun.
yes.
Lahat naka at least 1 medal. So that's a really good feat. Yeah. And I'm excited for what's in store. You know,
Oh,
I hope
for
these
the
guys
Grapplers.
continue to work hard, represent us in international level, continue to make the country proud. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah.
Yeah, very much. And I would like to commend all of them because they were very articulate, very well spoken, and very confident. And I think that's because it's the fact that they do practice martial arts, and we have to give it to them. We have to give it to their coaches. So shout out to Coach Franco Reloda for helping us with getting these boys on the interview, and Chief Alvin Aguilar. Thank you as well, Lester Del Rosario and Zoni Zaldarriaga. I hope I'm saying correctly. Thank you so much for allowing the boys to take part in this interview. So thank you so much. Oh yeah, go.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you again to everyone for making this
Yeah.
possible. And yung analysis nila in game,
Okay, yeah.
I learned a lot there. You know, galing,
Yeah.
galing. Everyone articulate. 5 for 5 with this group.
Yeah.
Everyone,
And
they
we
went
should
5 for 5.
we should they're still talking on the
I know, right? Okay, ah.
We should Clara, we should put these guys also in the Wells class for being analysts in future martial arts competition. They could be commentators, right? So thank you. So that does it for myself, Claudia Perrine and Clara Manzano. Jay De La Cruz, we hope to see you soon and be part of this podcast again. Thank you so much and see you soon. Who the Heck Are We is now part of the Globally Ballin Network. Check them out on their social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and also on YouTube. Check out their websites for original articles, audio projects, and video projects. You could also follow Who the Heck Are We on our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at WTHAW Podcast. Check us out also on YouTube, so subscribe and hit the bell button. All episodes are available on the Globally Ballin YouTube channel. Check us out also on the go. Listen to us on Spotify anytime and anywhere. Part of the Globally Ballin Network is Hang Time with the Eastern Side. All topics are on volleyball, Philippine volleyball, so check them out. Last but not the least, in terms of basketball, relive the golden era of Philippine hoops with Noel, Zarate, Charlie Cuna, and Sid Ventura. This episode is sponsored by Tops to Go, New Era, Unilabon Farm, Georgie's Delight, Arfatelli, Zero Milk Ice Cream, and Cuts Apparel. And Cuts Apparel, you could check them out. They have new gear. Check their Viking polos, and in fact, they also could do custom sports or company uniform. So that's Who the Heck Are We? Check us out on the Globally Ballin YouTube channel. Thank you.